Hello everyone, welcome back to Brain Blitz Audios. Today we're going to be looking at another interesting series. So in this series we're going to be talking about the Vellore Institute of Technology Engineering Entrance Exams. So VITEE is a premier institution in India that deals with a lot of programs, and a lot of people try to gain admission to it by attending their entrance test. So here comes our first question. The first question is, express a speed of 36 kilometers per hour into meters per second. Now, this question has a shortcut, but first I'll tell you the detailed solution. So now we have our speed given to be 36 kilometers per hour. So that means it is 36 kilometers, and since 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, it will be 36 times 1,000 meters. And then if you were to, convert the hours into seconds, then you can see that the hour is divided into 60 minutes, and each minute is divided into 60 seconds. So 60 times 60. So the zeros get cancelled, and you will get 360 divided by 6 times 6, that is 36. So 36 goes into 360 10 times. So the final answer is 10 meters per second. So that means option A, 10 meters per second, is the correct answer. Now this is the roundabout route. This is the common way of solving it. How can you fast track your way of solving into it? Well, if you want to convert any value which is expressed in kilometers per hour into meters per second, all you have to do is multiply with 5 by 18. So when you multiply with 5 by 18 here, 18 goes into 36 twice, and then 2 times 5 gives you 10. Nothing related to changing the units and all that. So without changing the units, you can directly get your answer just by multiplying the quantity in kilometers per hour by 5 by 18. So you'll get the quantity in meters per second. So 10 meters per second is the correct option. Now, we need to do the opposite in this question. Here, we're given the value 25 meters per second, and we need to convert this into kilometers per hour. So 25 meters, and since 1 meter is 1 by 1,000th of a kilometer, it'll be 25 divided by 1,000. And then since it's per second, so 1 second divided by 60 into 60. So basically 25 divided by 1,000 into 60 times 60, which is 3,600. So both the zeros get cancelled. So 5, and then there's 2, and then there's 18. 18 times 5 gives you 90. So 90 kilometers per hour. So 90 kilometers per hour means that option C will be correct. So how do we fast track this? Now remember that in the earlier question, in order to convert something which is in kilometers per hour to meters per second, you multiplied it by 5 by 18. So what if something is given in meters per second? What you can do is you just need to divide it by 5 by 18 to get kilometers per hour. And in terms of fractions, dividing by a fraction basically means multiplying by its reciprocal. So if you multiply meters per second quantity with 18 by 5, you'll get kilometers per hour. Let's test it out. 25 into 18 by 5. 5 goes into 25 5 times. 5 times 18 gives you 90. So therefore, as you can see, the 5 by 18, 18 by 5 trick makes it easy to find out the values of speed from kilometers per hour to meters per second and back again. So option C, 90 kilometers per hour, is the correct option here. Now, let's look at another type of question. This has to do with speed, distance, and time. Now, so far we've been looking at speed, but then remember that this is based on mathematics, so the mathematical calculations are much important here. So the speed of a train is 90 kilometers per hour. you need to find out the distance covered by it in 10 minutes. So in this question, the speed is given to be 90 kilometers per hour. And as you can see, the distance covered is given in kilometers because all of the options are in kilometers. So therefore, the time that is given in the question must be converted to hours. So we have it as 10 minutes. So what we do is we divide 10 by 60 minutes, so which is equivalent to 1 hour. So divided by the number of minutes in an hour, so that's 60. So you have 10 by 60 hours, which is 1 by 6 hours. So the time taken is 1 by 6 hours. So you need to find the distance covered by a train if it travels for 1 by 6th of an hour at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Now, speed is usually calculated as distance divided by time. So this is the standard formula for speed. So this is the basic formula for speed that you've studied in your earlier grades, and this is what we're going to be using here. So the twist is that over here we need to find out the distance covered when speed and time are given. So let's take time to the other side. So what you get, distance is equal to speed into time. Well, all we have to do is to multiply 90 kilometers per hour times 1 by 6 hours. So basically it's now 90 divided by 6, and you would have known that 15 times 6, 5 6 are 30, 1 6 are 6, 6 plus 3 is 9. So 15 times 6 gives you 90. So the correct answer is 15 kilometers. So among the 4 options, it is clear that option A, 15 kilometers, is the correct answer to this question. So this question is pretty simple. All you have to do is convert the time into 1 standard unit so that you can use the formula speed equals distance by time and then convert it to suit your need, which in this case is to find the distance covered in 10 minutes if the speed is 90 kilometers per hour. Now we come to the final question of this introductory short episode. A car covers a distance of 624 kilometers in 6.5 hours. Find its speed. So this is again similar to the earlier question. Here we need to find the speed of the car. So here we have 624 kilometers as the distance, and the time is given to be 6.5 hours. Now we consider 6.5 as a mixed number, and so if you want to convert this to a fraction, so if you have a mixed number, in order to convert this to an improper fraction, what you do is the whole number is multiplied with the denominator and then plus the original numerator, and then this quantity is divided by the denominator. So that's the formula here. So when you use that formula, you get 6 times 2, that's 12. 12 plus 1 gives you 13, divided by 2 hours. So the time given here is 13 by 2 hours. And so distance, we know the distance of the car, the distance traveled by the car. We know the time that the car takes to travel that particular distance. All we need to do is find the speed. So speed here is distance divided by time. So spin speed is distance by time. We will just divide 624 with 13 by 2. Now, division with respect to fractions simply means that you multiply with the reciprocal of that fraction. So if you have 624 divided by 13 by 2, that will be equal to 624 times 2 by 13. So 624 times 2, that's easy multiplication. 4 2s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 6 2s are 12. So you have the speed as equal to 1248 divided by 2. So 1248 divided by 2. So I mean, no, it's not 1248 divided by 2. It's actually 1248 divided by 13. So 1248 divided by 13. So 13 times 10 is 130. And this value 124 is less than 130. So we take 9. So 13 times 9 is 117. And when you do subtraction, 14 minus 7 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you get 7 as the remainder. Pull down 8. So 78. Now how do we solve this further? Take 13 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And then 1 times 6 is 6. 6 plus 1 gives you 7. So if you do 13 times 6, you get 78. 78 minus 78 gives you 0. So the correct answer for the question here with respect to speed is 96 kilometers per hour. So 96 kilometers per hour is actually the correct answer. So therefore, none of these options are actually correct. This do happen at times in exams, and so therefore best thing to do is, these kinds of questions usually get canceled, but then the question was a good way to illustrate how to solve distance, time, and speed questions. So therefore, be careful, do the calculations first and then look at the options. Again, you can also look at the options and then start calculating. That doesn't matter. But if they don't match, then the question might be deleted. So that concludes this introductory episode of VITEE. So if you want to access more of our content, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel, which is Brain Blitz Audios. And we have a lot of content referring to mathematics. We have a whole playlist called Matrix that will be quite useful for these kinds of exams, especially in mathematics. So therefore, you can get the link for that playlist in the description box down below. If you want to get updated based to our latest content, then you can hit the bell icon, which is present below the video. So until the next episode, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.